Alright, I'm turning my mic on now. Oh shit. No. And what a great start to the stream. Alright. Oh shit. Alright. Just waiting for people to join. Skip to whenever people start talking, I guess. I don't know. But yeah. Alright, so I need to level up this guy at some point, so I don't know if I should buy more mending or... Because honestly, you know what? This is a hard one, because, like, I do need mending for other things, but... You know what? I'll get some bookshelves. Oh yeah, more beetroots. That's why. Who's the beetroot guy? Who's potato guy? Potato guy. So close. Potato guy's so close to being leveled up. But you... Bam. Bam. Alright. And you, bam. You, bam. You. Oh my god. I didn't realize how many carrots I had. Wow. You know what? I'll go bring over a book and I'll get a mending. And that'll be that. Yeah, once people actually start joining, I'll switch off of, talking about the game, because honestly, that it bores the shit out of me actually talking about it. Where's the music? I put all the music on. Alright. You know what? Give me a second. Alright, give me a second. Bam, there's desktop audio, and we'll just play that for right now. Alright. I'm just gonna turn that down just a little bit. Actually, I'll turn it down on my end because it is pretty loud. Yeah. There we go. Now we're doing good. Alright, let me actually turn that up a little bit. Yeah. That works. Here's a book. You know what? I'll take the whole thing with me, because why not? Might as well. Alright. Actually, let's move a couple things from... Oh yeah, I need to... let's just turn that off. Because that way we have our own music playing. And you know, that works. It's a lot better. Let's start moving some things. Really? Okay. Hey, Pam. Hey, Pam. Oh, it's starting to rain. Is that thunderstorm? That looks like it. Yes, it is. You know what? I'm just gonna sleep right through it. Might as well. There we go. Alright. Alright. Let's go to the villagers and, you know, get that book. Alright. So now we'll have 2 extra mending books, and we can put that on, I guess, the axe first, and then the other one. Or, yeah, let's put it on the fortune pickaxe, and then maybe the boots. Maybe. Either that or the axe. I'll probably do the axe, because it's getting kind of low, and I don't want it to. Oh my god. I want to talk about crazy in here. Where's my boy? There's my boy. Let's get one of you. Bam. Let's see what you give us. Ooh, alert. Oh, I'm gonna need a lot of lanterns then. Okay. You know what? That I can do. Alright. What day are we on? 72. Alright. Alright. Honestly, I'm still waiting for people to join the stream, like actually join the chat. Oh yeah, I never put it around. That's probably one of the reasons why. Yeah, I'm a bad streamer. Sue me. Alright. Let me go back to the chat. Alright. I put it in both of the main places I like to put them. Should be good enough. Alright. Let's see what we can do here. Oh wait, actually... Alright. How do I coarse dirt? Is it literally just... Yep. Alright, good. Here we go. Bam. What a little spot, and then all this. Bam, 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 bam. God dang it. You're right. Oh, that's why that was there. Never mind. Oh. Wait. I just realized I could make this a lot better looking. Yeah. Oh wait, no. I need... Bam. And then... There we go. I see 2 people are here. If you guys want to chat, that would be well appreciated. Yeah, I should probably do, like, that and that. Oh, wait, no. No. Bam. Bam. Bam, bam, bam. 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 There goes the shovel. Oh yeah. It's a pretty good lead up. And if I make it like, you know, a mix of different like stones and stuff, that'll look good. For right now it'll stay cobble and then, you know. Alright, so next what I need is yeah, I think I need to build up these cliffs a little bit, and I think I'll just make them out of cobble and then switch them out for stone and stuff once I get it. You're not. Oh my god, these things. These little flippin' guys. Being little dicks. Yeah, that looks good. But if like it was more into the mountain with the blocks, the different types of blocks, then it would look a lot better. But this is what I got right now, and I'm not changing it for a little bit. But yeah. Alright. Now I can kind of tunnel into the mountain and make it my base, like... And out here, I'm planning to do like a little village, because it's like a nice outcropping. That way I can grow stuff and make little houses and all that. You know. Make it very, very cozy. Alright, let's see what we should put our books on. Don't tell me I put the other book in there, didn't I? Yep. Yes, I did. Alright, there's one. How is that already cracked? You gotta be kidding me. Yep. So yeah, I'm gonna end up sending all the villagers over to here. I know they're gonna be different color or whatever, like a different biome type or whatever. Like they're gonna be the blue villagers, but they're still they're gonna be blue villagers, but they're still gonna be living in an area that's not ice, so I know that's like a little bit of a discrepancy, but honestly, I do not care. Because I just think, you know, it'll be nice to have villagers there, and I might end up, like, having other villagers there, too. Just gotta wait for the time. Damn, it's been 40 minutes and nothing? Why am I going over to these guys? I don't need to. Why did I go here? I was probably thinking about them, that's why. Alright, so I think I'll be making some farms today. Not those ones, because those were ugly ones. I want to integrate a little flow into my base. Oh, that's a skeleton. Where is that coming from? I didn't even know this area was here. It goes far down, holy. It'd be crazy if I could get to deep sleep. Alright. I did get to deep sleep. Wow. Not really well equipped right now to go into the mines, but you know what? Might as well explore a little bit. Let's see if we can find any diamonds. That would be nice. Wow, I'm getting pretty far down. Oh my. Oh, there we go. Should look at that, 4 diamonds. Any more? Alright, that's a little close for comfort. I don't like taking any damage. Hello, Key. What's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Just letting you know, I am trying to have a more serious stream here, but you know, I don't know if you're in the middle of writing a joke, because usually you do that, but there's no, alright. No more diamonds, but that's fine. That was a little neat anyway. I didn't expect the cave to go all the way down. What the fuck? The hell? Where the hell is this? Wait a second. Wait a second, I've been here. I think. Wait a second. Is this the water cave, or is... I have a feeling that... No, that is not water. That is definitely not water. Alright. Hmm. Oh shit. That was a silent one. Alright. No. Usually when there's like humps like this in a cave, usually that means there's something underneath like that. But that one was lava. There's some diamonds, that's what I was looking for. Alright. Gotcha. How are they still following me? That one should not be able to see me. I didn't realize they followed that far. Well, there's the surface. Alright. That was kind of neat. A little detour. Oh, and I'm on the other side. So that's where that goes. Alright. Alright. Alright, let's see if I can make a little bit of a... I guess I should make the farms over here now. Kinda... I don't know if I should extend this or if I should start just trying to figure out how to lay out a farm here. I guess I'll just lay out the farm. Can't hurt. I want them all to kind of be on like their own bits of levels. There's another skeleton. I'm not going down into a giant cave if it does. Oh boy. Oh, that's a lot of boys. Alright. You know what? I'm just leaving. I don't need any of that. Yeah, but what I'm saying is I kind of want them to be terraced, so I guess I'll just level some of this out a little bit, because I do want to put stuff in here. But yeah. You know what, let me... This is gonna drive me insane. Let me get rid of these guys. Alright, now they're fighting each other. Gotcha. There we go. I don't know how you spawned in, but alright. Good. Alright. That just took a giant chunk out of that day, but you know what? Why am I even doing that? Why am I... Wait. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I need to get rid of this. Because this layer is probably going to be the floor that... Alright. Damn, that's a lot of dirt. There we go. Alright. Keep it moving, keep it moving. Alright. There's a whole bunch of space now opened up. I cannot deal with that right now. You think I can do a raid? Hell no. I haven't even gone to the nether yet. Why do I keep going in this chest? What do I need? Oh yeah. What I need to do is plan out for how this farm's gonna be. So I'm thinking of, well, first I should probably make a water source. Just a temporary one. There we go. And then, so, I guess it should, like, I guess the pathway would go around like this. So, and then let me get rid of the flowers, because those are going to be a little bit in the way. But yeah, it should go around like this, and that should be, I guess, I don't know what kind of farm that should be. I guess maybe potatoes? Yeah, I'll do potatoes. Alright. There we go. Alright. Alright. Is that gonna be my only chat? Alright. 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 There's one. Alright. So. Oh, hey. Voltage. How's it going, man? It's going fine here. Just been streaming for a while. Not many people have joined, as you can see. But, you know, I've just been doing my own thing, so I get it. What's going on with you? Alright. That's looking good. I guess I'll get some potatoes and start filling that up. And we can do another round of our crops, which should be mostly done. Alright. Alright. I really don't like how close they're getting. You know what? Give me one moment. So, how's it going, guys? What we got going on today? Anything fun? Honestly, I'm just here to talk more about, like, life stuff, if you guys want. Could have joined you earlier, but you started stream while that's alright. Don't worry about that. Wait, why did I come here? Oh, yeah. Alright, let's take care of these guys if they're still there. Yeah, so pretty much I've been snowed in for a little bit, so I'm like, might as well do a stream, because it's not like I'm really going anywhere. Nothing much as of now. Wait until 5:30 p.m. for a math class. Not excited for that. Oh, you have night classes? Oh, that sucks. Or at least late classes. Honestly, I've never had a class that started that late. I've had classes that have gone on past that point, but damn, that's a rough one. Wait, where? Did I literally just do that for nothing? God damn it. Whatever. Let's plant these boys. Yeah, I'm trying to get into an earlier class because I don't like being out late unless I'm with people that I trust. I understand that completely. And it really sucks if, like, you don't have, like, a consistent form of transportation. That would be terrible for a nighttime class, because then you have to rely on either public transport or somebody else, and that's a little iffy these days. Alright, there's the potatoes. Let's see if any of the other ones are done. Oh, there's a creeper. There we go. I walk to all my classes since they're not far. That's a little scary too. Because, yeah, if you have classes, oh yeah, especially if you dorm, you have late classes and you're on a campus at night. Yeah, it depends on, how safe your campus is, but, like, it's kind of hard to trust nowadays. Alright, let's get rid of some of the things in my inventory and go trade. Alright, actually, the carrots and melons and all that can stay. This can go, that can go, that can go. That can go, that can go, that can go. Alright, now I have the fundamentals really of those two can go. Oh, there's a skeleton. Another one. Alright. Damn. Alright. Gotta get some more. Oh yeah. Here's one thing I wanted to ask about. Is anybody here seeing Iron Lung? Because I know I am. I should be seeing it Friday, I think. The day it comes out. I know Dirt's seeing it early. Because there's showings in his state that's early. Like, I think it's one day early. But, yeah. I should be seeing it pretty much opening day. It's gonna be later in the day, but, that's life. But, yeah. Yeah, work's gonna get in the way of, things that you want to do, but, you can always compromise on something. Like, watching it early February? Yeah, that makes sense. I'm pretty much seeing it the last day I can see it this month. But, yeah. Yeah, I need to get Silk Touch on this thing. Let's see how many beats we can get. Excited to see how Markiplier expanded on the universe. I'm just hoping that it's a good story. Because, honestly, like, you could have the most in-depth world building and stuff, but if the story's not good, it's still not enjoyable. But yeah, honestly, I don't doubt that he's going to be able to make a good movie. I'm really excited for the Backrooms, though, because Kane's story, from what I've heard in his interviews, is really interesting. Alright, and then... we don't need all of them back, honestly, because we can just keep going on other things, like... Okay. Alright. True. Yeah, honestly, it's like... I am excited to see Iron Lung, because I've thought that Markiplier is, like, at least somewhat of a good storyteller, and the game did seem so interesting with, like, so many questions that I would like to see answered. But also, it's like, I hope that there's, like, a very cool message behind it. Like, I hope it's something that, like, he has put a lot of passion into. Well, I know he's put a lot of passion into. It's pretty much been disappearing for months on end just to solely focus on that, which, you know, that is a great deal of accomplishment. But yeah. I'm thinking that that Iron Lung's gonna be good. I'm at least hoping that it's better than the FNAF 2 movie, because that movie was like, yes, it's fun, but honestly, is it a good movie at all? Not really. It has some good moments, it has some good, like, it has the beginnings of what could be a good movie, but, you know, I think that Markiplier is gonna knock it out of the park in comparison, at least. But the worst thing that I think could happen with the movie is if it ends up being, like, you know, all in the character's head or something, because, you know, we've seen that so many times with so many things, and that would, you know, I don't think he'd do that, because, like, it's never really specified at all that it could be. I honestly think that there's a little bit more in-depth to the story than, you know, it possibly being in someone's head, but yeah. I heard the latest Silent Hill movie isn't good. Oh, that sucks, because I saw, like, the trailers and stuff, and it looked kind of cool, like, especially, like, the Pyramid Head stuff, but I honestly, I don't know enough about Silent Hill, to be honest. But yeah. Alright. There's a little bit of terraforming. Did you hear, like, what about it wasn't good? Or that it just wasn't good? Because sometimes, you know, some people can say that something's bad when, you know, if you look a little bit into it, it's, you know, you could find some redeeming stuff about it, but if it's just like if there's like certain things about it that make it bad, then that I don't know if there's any spoilers you've heard or anything, or like not even just spoilers. I'm saying like more like structure stuff that doesn't work. All the carrots are almost back already. I saw one post and forgot. Wait. A streamer that I'm a fan of is currently watching it, and he'll give details about it when he's done. Oh, alright. Ah, but that's kind of sad that, like, once again, another video game adaptation does bad. It's, like, kind of, like, to be expected, but also not. Like, I mean, I'm really hoping that Iron Lung is good. And honestly, I have a feeling it will be. I'm just worried that it will take place, like, the entire thing will take place in the sub. But I don't think that'll happen. I think there will be, like, moments out of it and all that. And also, like, I'm okay if a good portion of it stays in the same place, but, like, honestly, I think there should be, like, reactions from other people and stuff, you know. But honestly, like, there's so many directions you could take with Iron Lung that I don't know where he'll go with it, and I'm kind of waiting to see how that turns out. Oh, there goes another one. God dang it. I think it'll lead up to being in the sub. Yeah, I'm hoping that it isn't just straight away, just like pretty much what you get in the trailer and that's it. I hope there's like at least something before that. But, you know, we'll see what happens. Also, the film is rated R, which I guess I expect because of how much blood there is, but, like, it's weird. It's a little weird that it's rated R, but also kind of not. Because, honestly, I don't know what they're going to show in it, but... Alright. Also, just recently, I just got, like, most of the guitar stuff done with the new single that was that's really exciting. I'm just waiting to get back with bass, and you know, I need to schedule time to actually do the bass stuff, and you know, it all will take time, but I have a feeling that I'll be able to get it out on schedule. So, oh yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of the direction it's headed, because it's doing pretty. It's coming together like sonically a lot better than a lot of my other songs. Even ones where I've had guitar in them. Like, honestly, I think I think the way that we used to make music is that you know, when it's Dirt and I making songs, is that I would control the I do like the MIDI stuff, which would be the drums and all that, because I don't think either of us can really play the drums, or at least not at this moment, really. But I'd cover the drums and the bass on MIDI, because GarageBand has some bass features, but it's like all MIDI stuff. So it's kind of crunchy and well, not crunchy, but it's like you can kind of tell sometimes. But yeah, what I'd do is he would give me a riff, just as like a test riff, and then what would happen afterwards is, oh my god, I need to turn that down. Let's just put it down to there, even further. What I'd do is that I would make the backing track, pretty much most of the instrumental, and he would record, and then I'd send that to him, and he would record the guitar on top of it, and that would be it. So for certain songs that haven't, like, there's certain songs that have come out and others that haven't, that we've done that with. And honestly, I think that is kind of like an outdated way of doing it, because I kind of have to do guesswork on how the drums and the bass will fit on the guitar. But the way we're doing it now is that I provide the track, and then he records the guitar over it, but then he isolates the guitar and then sends that to me, and then I can keep going. Like, I can keep going with like the drum and bass, figuring out some mixing stuff on like between all the instruments, and then I can layer the guitar on top of that and also mess with the guitar a little to balance out some of the audio and make it like a lot more full, because like his guitar normally is very heavy on the treble, so I have to sometimes introduce a little bit of bass. But if I do that with all of the layers active, it'll still sound like everything will get the bass, and it'll sound really muddy, and I don't want that. But yeah, right now I'm waiting on actual bass, because like he has a bass, but it's like it goes out of tune very quickly, and honestly, it's a little much, especially trying to find a tone for it, because if it constantly goes out of tune, it messes up. But yeah, pretty much what's going on is that like a lot of the parts of the song are done. I haven't recorded vocals yet. That's gonna be like either the last thing or just before I do the bass. But yeah. Okay, which farmers have I? Oh, it's you that I need. Okay. I need to get more potatoes for that guy, but anyway. That's not what I meant to do. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I just did that. God damn it. Sorry, that kind of pisses me off that I made stacks and stacks of cookies. I do not need that. Actually, into the lava you go. Well, that sucks. Anyway. Pretty much all I'm waiting for is the base, and that I'm kind of, I'm not too worried about, because, like, the base, it should be more simple to get a good, like, an actual tone out of it, especially because he's thinking about borrowing another base that's actually a lot better, that's a real, like, full-on, like, studio quality base. For just for the song, but like you should make a dumpster bin. Where? And why? Why is probably the better question. Alright. Oh, it's raining. Or snowing. But yeah, that bass is gonna be like the tone that I'm thinking of, and I'm hoping that we can get this this tone that I'm thinking of, if we can, that'll be sick. And honestly, some of the song will go so heavy. Near your base so you can throw your stuff out with style. Should I just make a Cybertruck dumpster bin? That would be really funny if I designed a Cybertruck that was literally all it was a trash bin. It would probably look better than the actual truck. I don't know why I got that much obsidian. I don't think I need it. So. Shit. Did I not go to sleep? Or is it just a thunderstorm? Because it seems very light out right now. Yeah, do that. That would be sick. That would be funny. Oh, I forgot to craft those, but either way, I think it's fine. Whatever. Oh yeah, I should have just traded with the mending villagers, see if I could have gotten... Oh. Here's another creeper. Alright. Alright, so I think I'm gonna extend this out one. So, or actually, you know what? Yeah, let's extend it out one, because I'll fill this place up with chests, and then... Yeah. and then 2 here, 2 here, and then, yeah. Alright. So another 4 I need to go in. Alright. Alright. Off topic, but we got more stuff on the, on the Joy of Creation remake, so... Oh, okay. What's going on there? Anything cool? Alright, like that, and then... like that. Let's see if I can just... Alright, so then... this is where the portal will go. I know there's a ruined portal somewhere near here. I think I'll get Netherrack from there. Yeah. And I'll just put this in here just temporarily. So yeah. I like how this is looking. There we go. Alright, and then... fences. They're still on the bedroom level, but latest footage showed the creator being at an entrance to a forest with a camera and a notebook. I'll send you the footage because it's cool. Oh, that's like the old stuff, like with the Foxy level, but like... I know Foxy's in the bedroom now, or something like that. But yeah. Honestly, that's cool. Also, speaking of Five Nights at Freddy's, and kind of going off the video game topic, because, like, honestly, like, I don't really talk much about video games much anymore. Like, just because I don't really play them. Other than really Minecraft, but like even then Minecraft is just like every once in a while. But pretty much I am designing the Springtrap suit. I'm kind of drawing everything out as I go. Like, I'm not actually making anything yet. Nothing's actually put into place because still I need to get like a work area and all that, and I don't have that yet. But yeah, pretty much once I move there, once I move like everything into a shop and all that, I pretty much have a lot of things kind of ready to go. I got a lot of materials already that's kind of just sitting around, but like I don't have a place to actually use them right now because like the old stuff that I was doing in my basement I can't really do there anymore. Yeah, pretty much once I get like an actual space. All right, where? Bam, bam, bam. Let's see what your next thing is. Loyalty 2. All right, that's fine. That's a good trade though. All right. 6 should be, maybe a couple more, because I do need some. But yeah, yeah, Springtrap is coming together pretty well. Or at least conceptually really well. That's cool. Thank you. Pretty much what's going on with him is that, I'm pretty much using a whiteboard to put everything together on. And that way I can pretty much erase ideas if they don't work and just re-enhance things and also just kind of draw out general ideas. So pretty much what I got going on is that I'm trying to figure out the head mechanism because I want to do something that a lot of Springtrap costumes don't really do, and it's to be able to look out of the eyes instead of the mouth, because a lot of costumes they use the mouth to look out of. What material are you planning on using? I'm using EVA foam to make the like body shell and most metallic looking stuff, because EVA foam works really well. If you've seen the Space Marine, you'd know that EVA foam works pretty well to get that look. Yeah, and outside of that, like I'm going to be trying to use some sort of fleece, either fleece or some other fabric, maybe even like some fake fur. But like pretty much I'm going to be trying to dye a lot of it too, because I do have fabric dyes. And I want to see how that works on fleece and stuff like that. And I'd like to make it look very like worn down with the dyes. So I'd probably start out with like pre-dyed yellow fabric. But I'd try to, for the eyes will be like a kind of clear plastic. Thing is with the eyes, I'm not planning on actually, I'm pretty much planning on only using my peripherals, like the peripherals of the like the eye holes in order to see, because there's a lot of space around the eyes in like on Springtrap's design, and I'm pretty much using the movie Yellow Rabbit and wearing it down to look more like Springtrap. I'm trying to pretty much make a better version of what you see at the end of FNAF 2, and the one in FNAF 2 looks okay. It's good as like if it was a cosplay, but if it was an actual movie and supposed to look like the Yellow Rabbit, it did a kind of bad job, at least in my opinion. But yeah, I'm gonna try to make it like the withering around the actual eyes be the spots that I look out of, And for the actual eyes, I'm gonna try to be making them ping pong ball, like out of ping pong balls. At least the base of the eye, and then like going inwards, like with other plastic, and hopefully being able to make them light up. That would be the best thing. But if I can't, oh well. But the main mechanism that I do want for Springtrap, especially in the head, it just looked like a completely different model from the photo. I don't know why, but like the fucking reaction thing on the chat covers it up. Oh, it looks like a completely different suit from the photo you sent me. Yeah, it does. So I'm basing mine off of the BTB animations Springtrap, which is like it's like a custom model that's like I think both an SFM and Blender model that's like based on the Yellow Rabbit, but also like really, really worn down. Like so, like the green on it is so fucking like rotting looking, and I do like it. I don't think it looks as much like fur as it should, but honestly, a mix between that and the one that you see in FNAF 2 would work the best to me, with the proportions of the BTB model, which is what I'm using as like somewhat of a 3D model reference, but I'm not exactly using it as far as patterning and stuff. I'm honestly thinking for the head, I'm going to sculpt something out of foam, because both times that I've tried making a template from from like a model, like a 3D model, I couldn't really control the size that well. So pretty much what I'll do is I'll probably make my own sculpt for the head and try to pattern that with like EVA foam. Like I'll use like the good old-fashioned duct tape and saran wrap method, where you wrap the object in saran wrap and then duct tape it and then make a template out of that. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm thinking of doing. Alright, I did not come prepared with any materials to cover up anything. Ooh. Ouch, bitch. Don't do that. That's rude. Oh wait, that's what I need. Alright. I do want to use Crying Obsidian for a little bit of the build. Oh, there's another one right there. Alright. You know what? I don't have a water bucket on me. This is kind of stupid that I did it this way. I don't know why I did it like this, but anyway. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with like the ideas that I'm coming up for. But the main mechanism that I want for the head is for the top, like the actual like top jaw part of it, to be able to open up with my hand so that I could recreate the photo of him like ripping off the mask and you seeing the corpse underneath it. That's kind of what I really want to do. And that's what I'm hoping to achieve with it. Because pretty much I don't want to make it look like any actual Springtrap like that has come out before. I want it to be my own thing. so that I'm not going crazy like with the Space Marine. Because if I give myself my own creative freedom, trust me, it's gonna turn out a lot better, and I'm gonna be a lot happier with what happens. And also, there's not as much of a, like, great deal of, like, precise things with Springtrap, because the models themselves change over the games and over the movies and all that shit. So, that's honestly good for me. I'm not looking to make it, like, one-to-one game accurate, or one-to-one this, or one-to-one that. I'm looking to make it scary, menacing, and pretty much looking like a dead guy died in a suit. Did I just say a dead guy died in a suit? I meant more like a guy bled out and rotted in his suit. That's more like it. But yeah. Anyway. But yeah, I'm really happy with how that's going, and I'm really happy with how the song's going, and also the painting and shit. Oh, I'm so happy with that. I still need to scan it. I need to figure out how to use the scanner. I originally got a scanner for, what do you call it? Oh my god. I think the best iteration of the Springtrap is how it is in Dead by Daylight. Honestly, my favorite Springtrap still is the original. I think there's some things proportionally with the face of Springtrap in Dead by Daylight that kind of are off to me, and the fact that the button's missing as well is like, you had one thing that you really had on Springtrap that was noticeable as far as like, what do you call them? Accessories. Like, just the button, that was kind of it, so. The fact that that's not on there and there's no, like, separation between the body and the, like, the belly is just kind of weird. But, yeah, I honestly, I think as far as definition goes, yes, the model is pretty much the best that we've seen. Especially when it comes to having a fucking corpse in there. That is modeled really well. And it actually, like, gives, like, room for it to be, for there to be, like, a person that fits inside there. The one thing that I find that isn't is with the mouth. Or not the mouth, I mean the eyes. Because the eyes, you can tell, are the animatronics' eyes rather than the killer's eyes in there. I know there's, like, the whole debate of, oh, yes, it is animatronic eyes, and it isn't his. But the whole thing is that, like, I think when it was originally modeled, it was supposed to be his actual eyes behind the suit. Because in the scenes where he's ripping off the mask, you see that he does have his eyes back there. Like, they are in his eye sockets, and Scott just sucks at modeling humans. But yeah. I just need to do this. Bam. There we go. That's good. I like how that looks. And I can put a bed in here real quick. But anyway, Dead by Daylight is a very good model. It's just not my favorite. I think, like, as like a detailed model, oh yes, it is, like, probably the best as far as, like, texturing and all that goes. Except for the parts around, like, the withering, because, like, it's kind of ambiguous on whether or not it's metal or if it's fabric. Like, because honestly, I think, like, the outside bits are supposed to be almost like a foam. And that's why, like, I'm going to make the suit out of foam, because it, like, when I Dremel it, like, I'm probably not going to paint much on it, because the black EVA foam looks really good as, like, weathered material. But yeah, honestly, my main gripes are that the face, like the snout, is a little bit too wide compared to the original model, and it doesn't look as much like Springtrap. I honestly think the Yellow Rabbit does a lot better with it, like the movie one. When I say the Yellow Rabbit, I mean the movie one. That's just what he's referred to, and I do like that name a lot better than Springtrap, like the Yellow Rabbit just being like an ominous title for somebody that's unknown. Oh no. Why did I do that? I think it actually might work though. There's like a little bit of a curve there. I'm coping. Let me cope. Agreed, Yellow Rabbit is a better name. Oh yeah. It's like Springtrap was cool when like the game was coming out and it was like a teaser. It was saying like my name is Springtrap as like a little Easter egg in like one of his like a Steam post that gave him that name. That was really cool, but honestly, the Yellow Rabbit is much more of like a foreboding. Yeah, it sounds like a serial killer name. Yeah, yeah, cereal with an S, not. That's when he started pouring Cheerios on me. As he stabbed me, he started having a bowl of cereal in my stomach. They call him the serial killer. I'm not tempting you to. Oh yeah, you right, you right, you right. I get it. Though you did type out just killer, so, but it's fine. I don't think there's anything bad that comes with that. But like, where did the gravel go? There we go. Do I have any flint around? No, no, no. I added a. Oh, smart, smart, smart. I hate that we fucking have to censor ourselves in fucking today's age. That's one of the things that really gets me, is that fucking censoring words that of things that actually just happen. Like the fact that unalive became such a big term on TikTok is just so sad. It's really sad that it's a thing that people have to worry about. Like, you're talking about something with weight to it, and then the platform's just like, oh, no, no, we don't like this, so fuck you, bye-bye. And then, strikes you off the platform. It's just like, what the fuck? Especially when it comes to TikTok. Like I don't use TikTok because of like shit like that, but like even stuff like fucking Instagram, sometimes like people still do that because they will upload stuff from their TikTok to their what do you call it? Their Instagram page. But that's because like the whole multi-streaming thing, like not really multi-streaming, but just multi-platform stuff. Like posting the same thing on each platform so you get all the audience with the same things. Like it's that makes sense, but still like you carry over the worst from each to all of them because they have to make them safe for all of them. Or else, nope, your account goes bye-bye because fuck you, that's why. And honestly, like, I think that most of, like, the stuff on TikTok is just, completely fake when it comes to, like, the censor stuff. Like, it's people so paranoid about being taken down that, like, they force themselves into self-censorship almost. Like, thinking that, like, somebody's gonna take them down for that shit. When really it's, like, just, major stuff, especially with Instagram. Like, Instagram is... You can almost get away with saying anything on Instagram. Just because, like, it's moderation shit. It's horrible. It's... Honestly, social medias in general, like, the less you use them, the better you are. That's just... I know it's, like, oversaid at this point, but, like, it's just true. The less you use them, the better you are, and I am very hypocritical in that statement, which is why I'm saying the less you use them, the better you're off, rather than saying get off social media, because I'd be lying if I said, like, I don't use social media every day. It's, like, a big part of my day every day. It's, like, even technically YouTube, yeah, that's social media still. It's, like, it's just everywhere at this point. But it's just hard not to, if you get what I'm saying. It's hard not to use. Oh, hello. Are you new? I don't think I've seen your name before. Jax? Is that one, or is it at L6L? Sup? Not much. We're just, playing a little bit of hardcore Minecraft and talking about, like, life topics, movies, and all that stuff. Just pretty much whatever comes to mind. Not really talking about video games much, even though I am playing one. But yeah. Cool. Thank you, man. How's it going? Hmm. Forgot what I came over here to do. Did I come over here to do anything? I don't know what I was coming over here for. I will go back. Good? Alright, that's good. Any, like, topics you're thinking about? Because, like, I'm here to talk about shit. Whatever comes to mind, really. Bro for gore. Real. But yeah, trader? Honestly, like, I don't know really what I came there to trade other than, like, the potatoes, but... Yeah, I guess we'll go to the Nether, because I haven't been there yet in this world. Actually, I'll take the gold with me, because that way I can trade for stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, I should probably move all this, actually. Don't forget about cobblestone. Oh, yeah. You're right. I have a lot of that, though. That's good. Oh, yeah, that, I don't need in case, unless I get a lectern villager, which I already have a zombie farm for, so I don't need to worry about that. And I'll just put this into there for the most part. But yeah, any topics? Any more topics, like life topics and stuff you guys want to talk about? Because, like, I'm kind of here to talk about any of that stuff. Oh yeah, there's my diamonds, and I've got quite a lot of them, I just realized. I don't think I ever need to get more again. Unless I want to flex, but, like, honestly, I don't care about flexing right now. Because this stuff is secondary to the topics of the stream. Did I I seriously just put the flint in the chest over there. I got none, sorry. That's alright. Any, like, art questions and stuff like that? Because, honestly, I'm pretty happy to talk about any of that. Why didn't this tree go down yet? That's weird. Ah, it's attached to that one. It's not going nowhere. Like that. Because I remember you said you wanted to try out art stuff, Voltage Hunter. And honestly, like, I kind of am looking to see, like, what you'd want to do as far as that goes, because there's a lot of ways you could take it, because there's a lot of different types of art. Alright, and then flint, there we go. Flint and steel. Haha, funny meme. I should probably take over a bunch of stuff. Oh, there's more potatoes. Don't really need those anymore, but whatever. Is that everything? Oh, really? For stuff, it's mainly digital. I want to draw creatures, humans, and machines. Well, honestly, like, those are all, like, their own things, because, like, humans, you've got, like... Yeah, you've got a lot of, there's, like, a lot of different, aspects when it comes to each of those topics. And machines, I'm not really as big on when it comes to drawing, just because of how, like, specific they can be. But there also are a lot of ways to make the illusion of detail when it comes to machines and stuff. Like, honestly, as long as it looks like it can work, people will think, people will think it looks fine. Like most people, when especially when they're making like Star Wars ships and stuff, like when those are drawn out, nothing's thought about on how that actually works. Cause like you really think that somebody is going into the detail of how that works unless it's already there and they're working on it? Because I know there's communities of people that actually do that stuff, but like, will that same logic work with weapons as well? Honestly, I'm not sure. Like, because weapons, like, it depends on what kind of weapons you're doing. If you're doing something that like looks complex, like my big thing is like it's hard for me to do straight lines in perspective sometimes when it comes to weapons and all that, like especially with guns, trying to get them proportionally accurate and with the perspective that you're doing. It all depends on that, but also like as long as it, yeah, that kind of does, because as long as it looks like a weapon that could work, people won't really question it because it's all about suspending your disbelief. And if you're doing like especially like fantasy stuff, like the whole thing with like the Doom weapons, like the fucking rocket launcher from Eternal, that like people don't question it, even though like how does it even work? How does it like push another rocket in? Where does that rocket come from? How does it fit in? But it doesn't really fit in. It just pumps and then you're good to go again. Like as long as it looks like something that like has like a function to it, honestly, people can suspend their disbelief enough to think that it'll work. Like, think of, I want to create a tri-barrel shotgun by the dark, like the Dark Ages shotgun. Like, are you talking about like the super shotgun? I honestly, I think that would work. Like, it depends like how you're doing like three. If you're doing three side by side, like where they're three in a row, like a gunship, like a battleship barrel, that could work as as one. Or if you're doing it like a triangle, it depends on if you're doing it the main barrel above or below, because that's one thing where the break would. Oh wait, no, because the one in Dark Ages has it like the shells go in like with like a flipping open mechanism. Honestly, like it's all about like shape language and all that. You should figure out like how like something should look proportionally before you add like any real big details to it, because you shouldn't usually focus on the little details at first. You should kind of figure out where something takes you. Like tri-barrels, that's it, and you want it in a certain style, that's that. And so you try to figure out the actual how to draw like the handle and the barrels first, like as like simple shapes like cylinders and locks and all that. And then you try to figure out like what you can do to it and how you should round it off and how you should make things look like mechanisms that work. But yeah, with creatures and humans, it's a little bit different. It's a slight bit different, but like again, when it comes to creatures, like creatures that don't exist, as long as they look like they could have some sort of anatomy to them, again, people will suspend their disbelief enough to think of it. Like honestly, like if you see like any like spider type stuff in like games or like TV or any movies and stuff, and they aren't actually like spiders, like you think they are because they have spindly legs and they have like eyes everywhere and all that. And even if there's like two more eyes than a spider should have, or like the legs are way too long or something, or oh, they don't bend at that point, your audience are still gonna think, yeah, that's a spider. that's a spider, and like especially if you try to make it scary looking, that's a scary spider. Like, honestly, a lot of the worrying about like making stuff, like whether or not, oh, if this looks good or not, kind of just comes from within. It's not really as thought about from an audience perspective, even though we do live in like a culture that does criticize a lot of things. Honestly, like when it comes to that, trust me, you're beating I know, like, I know it's a stupid thing to say, but like you're beating AI if you're coming up with anything. And I know that's like the bare minimum and shit, but like honestly, as like people are pretty much at this point starting to really want human made things again. Like it's almost like a big revolution at this point. I'm really happy that people are like wanting more man-made products. And like honestly, I would start practicing it with stuff, and if it doesn't look good, here's the thing. If something doesn't look good, wait, you want to be mutuals with Dakota Lee so you can ask him for advice? Dakota Lee, let me look him up cuz honestly I'm not sure who you're talking about. Oh, he makes art for New Blood? Oh, okay. I was just looking at a couple things. Yeah, that's some sick stuff, honestly. And honestly, a lot of that stuff has to do with shading and color more than actual like lines and everything. And that's one of the things that I figured out when I was starting painting, that you don't really need to worry about whether or not something looks like perfect from up close, because from afar it's gonna look crazy. It's gonna look awesome. Like if you're getting the right composition and you're getting your proportions right most of the time, it's gonna come out pretty cool. Like, and also another thing with that is that you have like, if you make something, if you just start drawing and doodling away on like a piece of paper or on a tablet or whatever, and it doesn't come out to your liking, you don't have to show anyone. That's the thing. Like a lot of people, like today's fucking go 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 post culture is like, yeah, we gotta post everything. We gotta anything you make has to be great and it has to be good in order to get the likes and validation and all that bullshit. It's not about that. Like you can hone your craft on your own privately and ask people about stuff, or if you're not worried about it, you can post it and let the criticism actually guide you. Like if somebody tells you that, like, obviously don't listen to the people that are just like, oh, this is trash, shut up, bye, and that's it, because they're not actually giving criticism, they're just saying they don't like something, which is it's fair enough for them to say that, but like honestly, you should only listen to the people that are actively trying to help you with that, like as far as like, oh, this doesn't look right, but like here's something that you can do to help out, and here's a tip that you can do that could help you try to achieve what you're trying to get. But yeah, honestly, like my thing, okay, like with like creatures, it's all about like creating the most interesting shape and stuff, and just seeing where I can pack like different spots of darkness and light into, and the shape of like a skull. Honestly, the skull is like one of the most important things because that's like where everybody's going to look, unless like your thing is like your creature is more like body focused, and then you make the body so much larger than the head, so that way that's the main focus. Oh wait, I should probably get stuff before I go into the nether, like that. There we go. And emeralds, I'm going to trade for some... You know what? Let's get some potatoes. Let's do one last trip to the villagers before we go into the nether. But yeah, with creatures, it's like... I usually try to... I don't know, like... I'm trying to think, like, because usually what I do is, like, I try to make scary creatures, and it's different if you're trying to make scary creatures or if you're trying to make, like, anything that's, like, more realistic and more just purely animal-based, because although animals, like, saying, like, making something animalistic usually means, like, oh, making it, like, ferocious and stuff, like, and, like, nasty. Honestly, the way I view animalistic is making them much more peaceful and much more smooth and much more, like, fully natural, rather than what I usually do when I go for, like, creepy stuff, where I try to make things look like it would hurt to see, if you get what I mean. That's why I always give me a second. That's why I always ask for constructive stuff whenever I share people my character sheets and I explain the lore of that character. Yeah, that's honestly, that is a good way to go about that. And honestly, I think instead of... Because here's the thing. I've found that when people try to explain lore, like, especially, like, quote-unquote lore of their own character, honestly, a lot of people try to give so much detail because they're like, oh, there's this thing that doesn't really make sense, but there's this thing that doesn't really make sense unless you know this thing about him, or this thing about that, or that. You know, it's like a lot of people try to dumb down their stories so that way, you know, they can easily tell it to people and they can understand. Because I've been friends with people who have made, like, stories, like, since their childhood, and that's usually where those long stories of passion come from. But honestly, you should be able to explain something simply before, like, you should also, like, here's the thing. When it comes to, like, sharing, like, lore of a character, it should not be, like, something where you're taking them, like, you're forcing them to hear, like, hours worth of stuff. Like, because honestly, if you're just talking about, like, oh yeah, and then this happens, oh yeah, and then this happens, and, like, this is what he did, and this is what that person did, or that thing did, or whatever, more often than not, people are going to be, like, turned off from that. And I've had that happen to me, and I've seen that happen to other people. Like, I've tried to talk about, like, certain things in stories that I've tried to make. And honestly, the more you talk about how in-depth it is, the more of a, like, setback it can be. I only try to share stuff that is important, and other stuff is either fun facts or other stuff. Honestly, I'd save the fun facts and stuff for whenever you decide to put stuff out. If, like, that's if you are trying to share the character as like an actual story you're trying to make for other people to, like, to consume and stuff. Because Honestly, it's a lot easier to say, watch this, rather than, okay, let me explain to you, okay, like, my character's lore and all this stuff. It's so much easier to say, watch this, this, like, and that, whatever that this is, it's a lot easier for somebody to digest that than you, making, like, a 10-hour lore dump. Well, I wouldn't say 10-hour, but, like, you get what I mean. Like, a long, long lore dump. And honestly, lore in and of itself, saying something has a lot of lore does not necessarily mean it's good. Having a lot of events is not, like, it's not as much of a substitute as a lot of people think for actual full storytelling. Well, I'm going to make an FPS that, give me a second. Every time I try to read chat, the fucking thingy is in the way. The, that heart emoji on the side is in the way. That lets you play as the character that you see on my PFP. Oh, that's sick. That's honestly sick. I like that. I do like that. So, like, for a game, I think that, like, that story should come out in little bits throughout the game that are digestible rather than dumping it all on you at once. Because honestly, when you try to talk about something that you're making, you should probably more tell about how you make it rather than what it is. Because that'll kind of sometimes give people a better understanding. Because if you're thinking about if you're talking about more of your thought process when making something rather than the whole thing talking about it to someone, they'll kind of come to those conclusions if you have, like, the desired effect that you're going for. Because this is from someone who has, like, listened to a lot of lore dumps of characters and has given a lot of lore dumps of characters, and I've realized that, like, no matter which side you're on that, like, conversation, either way, you're thinking either that, like, the person doesn't respect you for, like, how much you've thought into it, or oh my god, this is a lot to take in, and honestly, I'm still trying to figure out who's who, and you're talking about a magic system, and I'm so lost. Honestly, it should be more of, like, things in your story should come naturally into the story rather than as, like, an, oh, here's this, oh, here's this, oh, here's this. It's more of, like, things should honestly, like, it sounds so, like, no duh, but, like, things should make sense as they go on. Like, it should make sense that this would happen, or it should make sense as this would happen. Even if it's a surprise, it should make sense. Like, oh, there's this, like, let's take fucking Star Wars. Oh, there's this war in the galaxy, and there's an empire that's authoritarian. Okay, that's cool. Oh, and they're based off of, like, World War II stuff, but also, like, knights and stuff. Oh, that's cool. And oh, there's this magic that's, like, lets you move stuff. Oh, of course, because it's like you're in a galaxy where there's, like, lasers and all that. Why wouldn't there be, like, a more, like, reserved mystical side that also lets you do certain things? It's like, it makes sense that, like, through that hero's journey that Luke learns about the Force, and that becomes a staple because it's like almost like a second part that's, like, its own, like, the main story. it's, yeah. Once I start development, I'll keep it on the down low story-wise. I'll mainly show people mechanics and environments. That is kind of, yeah, because also, you don't really want to spoil things. I know, like, a lot of people are passionate to talk about, like, the story that they're writing, or the story that they're making in whatever they're doing. But I've realized that if you actually tell someone everything about it, you get the same dopamine response as if you've made it in the moment, as if you actually fully made it. But the thing is, you won't be happy afterwards because you haven't made it. But you'll get the contentment that you made it, and then you won't want to start it because you've already gotten like the fill out of that, like the fulfillment out of just simply telling it, that you end up never actually going through with it. And it honestly, it does lead to an ego at times. Like, I've seen people where they have this story that they've never made, but they still think they're such a great storyteller. Alright, I was coming down here to get food, I think. Yeah, the butcher, where's the butcher? Nope, not you. It's not you either, that's a weaponsmith. You. Yep. Let's just trade for all that. Alright. I wouldn't mind saying some things. Give me a second. I wouldn't mind saying some things that you can do in the game. Yeah, no, that does make sense, but trying to hype... Here's the thing. Another thing is, like, don't hype something up if you don't have any, like... If you don't have any actual progress on it. Because, honestly, I assume if you're making a game that either you know some little bit, at least a little bit about coding, or someone you know can code. But the thing is, like, if someone you know can code, they also have to be, like, passionate with the project. And honestly, if they want to do their own things to your project, honestly, I think it's best. It is best, even if you really don't want to. It is best to sometimes let them do it. Because that bit of collaboration and... Oh, why did I just do that? If you're so focused on it's my project, I'm the only one who has the say in it. Like, it's so easy to view what you want to make as your child. But it can lead to very poor writing at times, and very big lack of, like, collaboration, which ends up in a much worse product. Honestly, look at... Just look at Hazbin Hotel. Honestly, like, look at Hazbin Hotel. Look at what happened there. It's honestly a very... It had a lot of promise, but because VivziePop was surrounded by a bunch of yes men that was never able to actually add their own self to the project. It was always what she wanted to say, what she wanted in the story, and she got final say. It ended up in such a worse product. So, honestly, like, if you have... I don't know the situation as far as, like, if you know how to code, or if you have other people who know how to code and would be willing to help out. Because it is a lot easier to say, like, oh, these are mechanics that you can do, but it's so much harder to actually put that into action. That's why I've never really fully wanted to make a game. I've always, like, had ideas, like... And also, this is my first time going in the... Oh my fucking god, how high am I? Oh, fuck! Why am I in this spot, man? Oh, fuck! Sorry, this is, well... I really just want to get my custom Ultra Kill started, layer started and finished first. If people like what I did, maybe they can... Give me a second. Maybe they could... They may check out my personal project. Oh yeah, honestly, I'd go with that first. Starting off with something smaller, especially something smaller that you can finish. Make sure that you can finish whatever you start. That is a big part of it. This is fucked. Dude, what the fuck? Don't make that noise, man. Stop it. Oh god, this is actually terrifying. Honestly, I'd say with it is start off with something you can finish. That's like, you can always have those ideas in the back burner. Oh my god, how the fuck do I get down there? Oh my god. I'm sorry, this is just fucking ridiculous. What a horrible nether spot. Honestly, let me just check something real quick. I've been told that it's... Oh, yeah, I've been told that it's not a good idea to make a full layer, so I may decrease it to 3 levels if it's too much for me. Honestly, like, that's probably... Here's the thing. I'd say keep that on the table. I'd even say make 1 level. Just make a custom level to start off with. That way, you can mess up with whatever you want. You can F up anything. And you don't really have to worry about it much. Because it's just 1 level. And it's not something that you put crazy amount of time into. Like, because that custom level could also be something on the back burner as well. Oh, shit. Oh, hello. Alright. I mean, he's free to stay. Like, I don't see any problem with him. But yeah, what are the coordinates to the portal? Alright. 128, 153. Negative 128, 153. I'm sorry, I just need to do some math real quick. I'm sorry. Oh, that's 16. And then... 16 and 19. Alright. Negative 16, negative 19. Alright. Good. But yeah, I'd say start off with one level. Just make a concept for that. Because that way you can mess up with whatever, and you can try and see if, like, you're good at whatever you're doing. Because it'll take a lot of experimentation to figure out your workflow. That's what I've figured out. So a lot of the stuff, especially what I've been doing with my clothes, it's all been experimentation. And, like, if I don't like it, I can just use it for something else. Like, honestly, like, shirts and stuff, the cheap ones that I get, I don't have to throw them out or anything. Like, I can use them as rags for something. Like, there's always a use for something, but that's besides the point. I'd start off with one level just to see if you can make it, because, honestly, like, trying to do a whole layers, or even 3 levels in general, is a big task, and it's a big ask as well. Like, you need to figure out if it's something that's, like, actually worth pursuing, rather than, like, oh my fucking god. Really? Really? Oh god. Sorry, I'm just freaking out here a little bit. Oh, I'm getting so close. Yeah. Pretty sure I shared what I wanted. Yeah, I think you did a long time ago. But honestly, what I'd say is I'd start off with just one to see if you can do it and experiment with it, because if it sucks, that's fine. You only have one, and you can learn for whatever you make next. But the whole thing is finishing it. Having something that you can finish is so much better than having something that's perpetually, the best idea means nothing if you haven't finished anything before, or if it's still in production indefinitely. And don't just say, I would finish it because I like it so much. Because I'll tell you right now, you can be so passionate on something, but never end up finishing it. I just need to... Where did my gold go? Oh, god damn it. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I'm alright, I'm alright, I'm alright, I'm alright. I'm okay. I'll be fine. Alright. But yeah. The best idea means nothing if it's in production forever. But yeah. Believe me when I tell you that even if you think that, oh, I'm going to do this, trust me on it. I wouldn't. honestly, I wouldn't trust myself on it. Because there's been quite a few times where I've been wrong about that. And it sucks every time because you're like, I gotta get back to that eventually. I gotta get back to that eventually. But you need to finish something in order for you to be, you know, happy with it. Like, in order for you to have the confidence to do, like, to do stuff going on, you have to have finished something, because you have to know what that feels like to have finished something. So I'd say always start small, so you can get that idea, so it's something to actually strive for, rather than be like, oh, I have this idea, and it's so great, and I'm not putting it down. Because burnout is fucking real. And it is a bitch. I love the music just cut out just then. I'm just patiently waiting until Ultra Kill is done, but I'll start messing around with the custom stuff. Plus, give me a second. I hate when this chat does this. I hate when the YouTube chat does this. I'm just patiently waiting. Okay. Plus, I need an actual PC. That would help. That would help. But honestly, like, sometimes you don't need it. You don't need a... Sometimes you don't need everything you need. That sounds really stupid, but sometimes you don't need everything you think you need. Because, trust me, a laptop is probably good enough to make at least one thing. Like, one Ultra Kill thing, like, custom level. Even if it's not the craziest thing in the world, it doesn't have to be. It just needs to be something that you can finish. I hate this Microsoft Surface laptop. Bro, I get it, but also, listen to me. Pain Pixels made his entire Backroom series and his The Oldest View series on his laptop. Yes, for The Oldest View, he did use a render farm, which did, like, render the whole thing for him in a much longer time. I mean, in a much faster time. But still, if he could have made Backrooms on his laptop, on an old shitty laptop, trust me, Ultra Kill is not as high demanding as Blender. You do not need the biggest and the best gaming PC for that. I thought I did, but nah. I was just too stupid to actually do stuff. Oh, I left all that stuff. I left all the cobble. God damn it. I'll try, but I 100% need more space for it. Yeah, honestly, yeah, that does make sense. Honestly, if you can put whatever you need for it into, like a USB drive, that would like make things so much easier for you. Because there are some USB drives that go up to 512 gigabytes or something like that. Something crazy. Like literally half a terabyte. And I think that stuff is like 30 bucks. And like 30 bucks, or either it's 30 or 40 bucks, but 30 or 40 bucks is not a lot for that much space. Like, trust me, it's a lot more for a terabyte, like, NVMe drive for a computer. Or even like a hard disk. Because I've had both. And the hard disk sucks when it fails on you, because like it takes a long time to load anything, and if it gets scratched at all, it's fucked. But the NVMe drive is a lot like, more compact and is a lot faster. Alright, I need a couple more bits of cobble, and I do not need all this iron. And I should probably also... Why do I still have bookshelves in here? I do not need bookshelves. Alright, let me see if I can find a fortress. Where did I put my crafting table? You know what, fuck it. Okay, I'm gonna wait until Fraud releases, and then I'll plan on ordering that USB. Dope. Dope. Giving yourself an actual schedule for all that is, like, one of the biggest things. Because it also makes you, like, realize, like, what you should prioritize your time with when it comes to something that you're working on. Because you might think, like, oh, this detail is really, really, really big. Like, I need this detail if it's gonna be a good story. And sometimes you literally just don't. Give me a second, let me just... Alright. Here we go. Oh, shit. Haha. Get fucked. Guys, I'm one of you. Do you guys want gold? You guys want gold? Oh, shit. Because if I start working on a custom level now, then Fraud releases, it's gonna go kaput. Is it gonna, like, override stuff? Is that what you mean? Like as far as, like, actual code goes? Like... Or is it just because people are gonna pay more attention to that? Because I'll be honest, if it's just because, like, people will pay more attention to Fraud than your custom level, then honestly, I'd still start on it, no matter what. Oh, fuck. Alright, buddy. Oh, fuck. I just realized how low I got. Oh my god. Yeah, get fucked. Holy shit. That's fucking scary. I'm pretty sure the code goes kaput and enemy rewrites are coming out, so yeah. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Alright. Yeah, that makes sense. Give me a second. Oh yeah, I need to find my way back to the, back to where I should have my portal. I think I have enough blocks for that, but I don't know. Don't worry about that, buddy. How the fuck do I get down there? How do I not get hit off? Fuck. Alright. It was 16, 9, negative 16, negative 19. Alright. Alright, I have enough for a portal there, though. That's good. I'm just gonna get a bunch of blocks just in case. Because it can easily go south. I don't need that, I don't need that, I don't need that. I don't really need quartz either. Spectral arrows are cool, but, you know. Alright. Let's find a way to get down. Alright, I see it. So this is the way that I came, but that's fine. Whenever an update releases, old custom levels need to be ported to the latest version. Oh, I get that. Alright. That's scary. Ooh, okay, that could have been bad. I don't know what... Like, that could have been a fucking cliff. which could take a while to port an old level because of not having interest. Life is getting in the way. Yeah. Alright, let's be very careful here. Okay. Just need to make sure. Alright, I'm on solid land. Here's the thing, like, it's with this, you don't know if it's gonna fall, so. Alright, I think I'm good. Honestly, I think earlier was the closest I got to dying. Alright, so. -16, -19. I see why it put me all the way up there, because that's right where that is. Alright. Alright. Fuck. There's one set of Ultra Kill levels called Reprise, and the creator wants to port it over to the latest version, but they've been really busy, sadly. Oh, that's what that is. Alright. I was wondering what that was. Oh god, that's not good. Stop. It's getting ready to attack, I think. Fuck. Please don't. I don't need this right now. $16, $19. Okay. He just jump scared me and died. He tried. He really tried. Unfortunately, the gas tier went into the lava too, so... Oh, the reprise stuff. I honestly, I think, Hakita made a post about that or something. But that might be... I don't know, like, what exactly... I think he made a post about that on YouTube or something like that. I don't know. Honestly, actually, I'm just... What the... Wait. Oh, shit. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Whatever. Fuck it. Don't judge me right now. I'm... Wait. Huh. I can fill the corners. Oh, encore levels. Oh, okay, those are different. Alright. Shit. Then I don't know what you're talking about. God damn it. Yo, stop that. Where did that hit? No. Not my beautiful bridge. No. Alright. Brother. Nope, 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 I'm running. Oh, God! What the fuck? Motherfucker. Nope. Fuck. Brother. What the shit? Bro, where the fuck do I... Where do I go? Do I go up? Is there another level up here? Yes, there is. brother. How did I get up there? Alright, yep. There it is. Okay, good. Just gotta get the portal. All good, haven't been keeping up with Ultra Kill stuff. You only find out whenever I talk about it. Yeah. Sorry if I haven't been responding much, it's just... That was a doozy. That was a lot. I'll leave an L. That's funny. I would stay quiet too. Had me at the edge of my seat. Yeah, I was a little worried about that one. There's like 5 hoglins at once. That doesn't sound good. I meant like they were attacking me. Okay. Shit. Yeah. Go get 'em, boys. Go get 'em, boys. Thank you. I'm going around the other way. Alright, there we go. Oh shit, they're still there? Please. Boys, you know what to do. Oh, how did you get up here? How did you get... Fuck. Fuck. You motherfucker. Really? No pearls? No bitches? Alright. Let's light this thing and see if it works. Let me out of here. Yo, let's see. Let's see if it works when we go back. Let's go. There we go. Oh, fuck. Okay. Bam. Gotcha. Would you look at that? I did it. I did it. I did it. Hell yeah. That is a certified hell yeah. Alright. Oh, I forgot to put this guy back. Alright. Honestly, I think that's what where I'm gonna head off. I think that's gonna do. Alright. Alright. Let's actually put everything away first. Keep that with me. Alright. I will see you guys later. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.